Sup bitches, this is Dark Souls but turn-based. If you enjoy Excel spreadsheet-driven RNG, nice art, enjoy base building, enjoy people management, modding, and lolly hentai, this game is for you, big boy. Darkest Dungeon is a game so old when it first came out. Witcher 3 and GTA 5 just came out for the PC, and now we fast forward 10 years later, waiting for GTA 6. Rainbow Six Siege also just came out as a paid game back then, and now it's free to play. Damn, that's crazy, guys. I'm aware of the sequel, Darkest Dungeon 2, but this OG is better. The hours I spent on this game is the proof. I'm not a fan of turn-based games because I think the whole damn game mechanics are just controlled by an Excel spreadsheet. In fact, before this, the only turn-based game I played was chess. So what attracted me to this game firstly was the very nice art style, interesting lore, and the high-risk, high-reward gameplay in bite-sized missions that can stimulate my ADHD brain. Each mission can range from about 15 to 45 minutes depending on how lucky you are or how far you spawn from your objective. On top of that, you get to enjoy some base building and very deep character management for character upgrades. So the core gameplay loop is to assemble a party of 4 miserable assholes, pick a scenic destination, and complete a mission there. There are a few main missions that can occur at these tourist traps. Explore rooms, commit genocide, commit graffiti, and kill boss. Each location has their own set of enemies which are resistant to one or more debuffs. The skeletons cannot bleed and these pigs can't get food poisoning. This game does not fuck around, and characters die permanently but also rewards you for playing them correctly in various situations. Either your character permanently dies or they live to maybe die again. So each mission can be your favourite character's last. And just like your ex-girlfriend, don't get too attached. But because of the customization and the different traits each character comes with, and being able to customize their skin and name, it's hard not to get attached. I love renaming my assholes to my IRL friends or pop culture references. You can assemble any class of characters and there's no limit to how many you can put. However, you only can put 4 in the entire party, and the position of the character matters. Each class has their own skill sets and have their optimal positions. The front 2 positions are for the DPS, melee, and tanks, while the back 2 positions are normally for the range DPS, the debuffs, or the healers. RNG is always stacked against you, like a Chinese gambling website. Enemies can randomly tweet your assholes for the entire health bar and stress them out. Speaking of stress, this game, in my opinion, had the perfect implementation of mental health. If the enemies don't take out the health bar, they can stress you so much that your characters can literally get a heart attack and die from the heart attack. The game literally implements monsters that can only do stress damage. Once you hit 100 stress, assholes can mentally break down and become selfish, where on random turns they will skip their fucking turn. The worst kind of affliction is masochistic, where your party member literally friendly fires another one of your party members. To de-stress your assholes, you need to spend money at a mental hospital or at the bar to treat their crippling depression. Because assholes do not self-care outside of the missions. Assholes also have their own special positive and negative traits, just like your friends in real life. But unlike in real life, you can actually lock in or change your asshole's negative traits at a mental hospital. Your assholes can also get sick during these missions, and they don't get better on their own unless they also go to the mental hospital for some reason. If you think only enemies can kill you, forgetting to eat can also fuck up your entire run. Because in the world of Darkest Dungeon, intermittent fasting does not exist. There's also 2 DLCs which add an endless mode to see how optimized your party of assholes are, and a DLC which adds mosquitoes, malaria, new enemies, items, and bosses. Quite a lot of content and worth playing. Story: you are the sole inheritor of your father's old estate, which was left to rot because he unalived himself. Your job is his final wish to ask you to save the world, using your version of the Fantastic Four. However, the final boss of the game is literally Grandpa in his JoJo stand. Damn, that's crazy, and I didn't see that fucking plot twist coming. Wow. Directed by M. Night Shyamalan. Of course, he didn't play Darkest Dungeon for the story, but for the feeling of problem-solving dopamine after min-maxing your various characters' traits, stats, and equipment to beat the various bosses. These bosses are tough and can have multiple actions per turn, which is quite annoying. However, if you play your cards well, you can absolutely monk on these boxes. However, overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer, which is a famous quote made by the game where the narrator mocks you every time you fuck up. The most well-prepared missions can be sidetracked by mini-bosses randomly appearing in the corridors forcing you to fight them with an unoptimized team. By the way, do take some time in exploring the different rooms of each missions, as they might reward you with some treasure or buffs or a fucking mini-boss which kills your favorite character. While doing the missions, the game allows you to abandon the mission at any time, but you get 0 rewards. But you also get to leave to fight another day. But your characters may gain negative traits that make them less useful in the next missions, which kind of forces you to treat them at IMH. Remember, though you are saving the universe from eldritch horrors beyond imagination, we still live in a capitalistic society. There is a buying supplies phase before each mission. Make sure to bring torches and food. In this economy, a single disposable torch costs more than some food. Each mission also rewards you with a random accessory which can be worn by your characters. They range from being very useless to game-changing. You can sell the useless ones for quite some gold, depending on their tier. And for me, I'll sell the useless ones so I can upgrade my character's skills and equipment. FYI, for some unknown reason in my head, the thing that got me hooked on this game was not the difficulty, not the turn-based combat, but it was character management and base building mechanics. I don't know why, but I find it fucking fun to put these stressful characters in the bar or the church after they get stressed after finishing a mission. I also enjoy changing the different currencies used to upgrade buildings and selling the shitty equipments to squeeze every last penny to afford food for the next mission. If you finish the game on vanilla, and for some reason you can't find any better game to play, there are millions of mods and mod collections on Steam which are free, which can go and download to make your suffering easier or worse. For some reason, there are a ton of lolicon skins for the different monsters and characters made by the Chinese. There's a mod that turns the beast from the countryside DLC into little female children not wearing clothing. No comments on that because I prefer older women. For my second playthrough, I downloaded harder mods such as Here Be Monsters, which adds on new monsters where you need to use new strategies to beat. I also downloaded the popular Sunward Isles mod, which adds literally Ghost of Tsushima Japan into the game with new monsters, equipment, characters, and mini-bosses. You can mod the game into a whole different experience for a second playthrough. By the way, there is a free total conversion mod for this game, and if you didn't like any of the brand new mechanics of the game, there are quality of life mods that can reduce that. TLDR, this is a very difficult Souls-like turn-based game which rewards you for building optimal team compositions, managing your people well, and building your base well. Rating. At first, I would give this a very controversial 6 out of 10 from me on my first playthrough because I had some skill issues and I had some dislike for turn-based games. But when I returned on my second playthrough for my modded run, I will give it a 9 out of 10 because I got more used to the turn-based game mechanics, the mods, and the community support. Playing this game actually got me into playing Divinity 2. Thanks for watching guys, and in the next video, it'll probably be Gunner Blade.